It is the Transparency International briefing on the Corruption Perception Index 2024 holding in Abuja. Seated are members of civil society organizations, journalists, and other stakeholders. Transparency International, through its Nigerian chapter, the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, through the Executive Director, Awal Musa Rafsanjani, presented the report. Nigeria scored 26 out of 100, a slight increase from 25 in 2023. Rafsanjani noted that while Nigeria's CPI score improved marginally, it remains far from the substantial progress needed to dismantle systemic corruption in Nigeria.
We must not be discouraged. All we need to do is to continue to play our own role as individual and as collective. With collective effort, supporting the sincere effort of government, we can defeat corruption and we can be able to have prosperity in this country. This country was once respected, valued, regarded highly in the community of nations.
The report attributed Nigeria's slight improvement to increased anti-corruption prosecutions involving high-profile cases, enhanced asset recovery through cooperation with foreign nations, stronger civil society and media advocacy efforts.
You can no longer get admission on merit in this country. You can no longer get job on merit. They are selling offers. Nigerians are seeing this. They are suffering from it. Virtually every aspect of public life that a citizen is supposed to benefit from is shrouded in corruption. We cannot continue this way and expect prosperity, stability, and respect in the community of nations.
The key strengths identified in the reports are increased anti-corruption prosecution, improved asset recovery efforts, civil society and media advocacy, digitization of government services. While there are major weaknesses such as oil theft and subsidy fraud, corruption in the power sector and procurement, state capture and nepotism, Transparency International believes that full independence and adequate funding to anti-corruption agencies like EFCC, ICPC and NFIU are needed, and the government should enact stronger transparency and accountability laws, as well as eliminate selective tax waivers and ensure tax justice, among other recommendations.
To establish an integrity monitoring mechanisms within judiciary, including whistleblowing channels, asset disclosure, and conflict of interest protocols, impartial and unhindered investigation of security sector corruption must be prioritized. To improve the deteriorating security across Nigeria, security agencies or their operatives should not make themselves a tool in the hands of politically exposed persons for personal vendetta.
Increased anti-corruption prosecutions. A growing number of high-profile cases are being investigated and some brought to court, signaling renewed commitments from law enforcement agencies despite the obstacles they sometimes face or encounter from politically exposed persons, which we have seen.
Key government appointments are often driven by personal or ethnic affiliations rather than merit, exacerbating its inefficiency and corruption. Individuals with corruption allegations are appointed into public offices. Many citizens are reluctant to speak against corruption or government officials or its policies while they are afraid of reporting corruption for fear of retaliation.
We all of us have the responsibilities to continue to see how we can push this back, because we are faced with a level of corruption that is existential, like all the earlier speakers have said about how much of the problem that we are dealing with. We almost going to crash if we do not tackle corruption as we ought to.
While Nigeria has shown slight progress in its fight against corruption, the CPI report makes it clear that significant reforms and stronger political will are needed to achieve lasting change. Oluwatobieni reporting for TV Platinum.